Broadcasting live from somewhere in the Shadow Realm, this is Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Links Talk. Here's your host, Doug Dimmadoo.
Hey there, welcome to today's exciting episode of Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Links Talk. Today we're going to take a look at the new event that's going on called Welcome to Toon World. It's pretty fun. I like the opportunity to be able to get a few Toon-related cards. For me, it's a bit nostalgic. So here's their official their official event notification. To all duelists, we are pleased to announce that our event, Welcome to Toon World, has begun. Win Duel World Duels to collect event-specific star chips, and use them to challenge the event-exclusive duelist Pegasus, who will appear at the gate during the event. Be victorious against Pegasus to earn cards and even points. Collect enough event points, and you can unlock Pegasus. There are other great rewards for earning event points. Rewards have been added and changed since the last event. So, of course, the prereq is that you have to be at stage 4 or higher to participate in the event as well. But needless to say, this event so far has been pretty fun. I've been playing it for the last day or two, and already been able to unlock Maximilian Pegasus. Of course, the more that you play Pegasus, the more duels that you win, you have the opportunity to unlock higher levels. So you'll start with level 10, then you unlock level 20, and so on. Eventually you'll hit level 40, which, from a point perspective that you're trying to accumulate, you end up with a multiplier of 18. And, of course, the more difficult level Pegasus that you end up playing, the better chance that you will get some pretty nice rewards. Now, have I gotten any of them yet? No. But apparently there is a good chance of getting some. So, just going through some of the rewards that you could get for defeating level 40 Pegasus at the gate. You could get Toon Alligator, which I've got quite a few of. You can get the House of Adhesive Tape, which is a trap, and that's a rare one, but it's one that I've been getting a lot as well, and I'm kind of getting tired of it, but it's okay. Its effect is, if the defense of a monster summoned by your opponent, excluding special summon, is 500 points or less, the monster is destroyed. I mean, I don't know, it's not the best card, but, whatever. You could also get Dark Eyes Illusionist. It's a spellcaster with a flip effect. If you flip, you target one monster on the field. It cannot attack while this card is face up on the field. So I guess in a way it's kind of like a diluted Thousand Eyes Restrict. But, not a bad one. Haven't seen that one yet. You got this other trap card, Mind Haxers. You pay 500 life points, and you look at your opponent's hand and set all cards on their side of the field. Alright. Next you have a spell card, Spell Repercussion. Spell Reproduction. Send 2 spell cards from your hand to the graveyard, then target 1 spell card in your graveyard and add that target to your hand. Not terrible. Next we have a super rare Toon Masked Sorcerer. This is a Toon monster, cannot attack the turn it is summoned. If Toon World on the field is destroyed, destroy this card. While you control Toon World and your opponent controls no monsters, this card can attack your opponent directly. If this card inflicts battle damage to your opponent, draw 1 card. So I like that ending effect. It's pretty useful during your duels. Next we have Toon Mermaid. Cannot be normal summoned or set, cannot be special summoned unless you control a face-up Toon World. Must first be special summoned from your hand by tributing the same number of monsters needed for a tribute summon, which is normally 0. This card cannot attack the turn it is special summoned. You must pay 500 life points to declare an attack with this monster. If Toon World on the field is destroyed, destroy this card. This card can attack your opponent directly unless they control a Toon monster. If they do control one, this card must target a Toon monster for its attacks. So that's basically the trend that you're going to see for a lot of these Toon monsters if you end up getting them. Then you have Card of Sanctity, which I've gotten one of these so far, and you banish all other cards you control and in your hand, a minimum of 1 from each. Draw until you have 2 cards in your hand. Next, of course, you have the opportunity to get yourself Toon World, and as you know, that's the crucial piece when you're running a Toon deck. You just have to activate the card by paying 1,000 life points, which I guess is a lot more significant in Duel Links, considering that you typically start with 4,000 life points unless you have unless you use one of your skills that you can get. And last is Gorgon's Eye. Until the end of this turn, all effects of defense position monsters are negated. So, in any respect, these are pretty good cards that you could get just from dueling a level 40 Pegasus. Of course, when you're going through the event itself, and like I said, when you're accumulating all the event points, you could get some pretty decent cards along the way. For example, if you hit 360,000 event points, you could get a Toon Buster Blader. What do we have here? I'm just checking this out right now. 650,000 points. You could end up getting a Black Illusion Ritual, which is great especially if you unlock Maximilian Pegasus anyway. You're going to have a copy of Relinquished and a copy of Black Illusion Ritual. So this will allow you to at least expand on that and hopefully get at least one more of each of the Black Illusion Ritual and Relinquished, because you could unlock Relinquished with an achievement award if you hit 1,500,000 points. So it's attainable. And then you hit 2 million points, you could get a Blue Eyes Toon Dragon. I think if you go even further, if you hit 3 million points, you could get a Toon Dark Magician Girl. So, again, you get a lot of good cards in this. Again, if you wanted to build a Toon type deck in Duel Links, which would be pretty fun to do. Of course, the one thing that seems to be the hardest thing to get is the actual copy of Toon World. So if you're able to get that, then I think you're pretty much solid. So the event ends, I believe, May 1st or 2nd or something like that. So try and duel as much as you can and try and get as many of the cards that you're trying to get. Yeah, it says here until May 2nd, 2017. That's when this thing ends. So now that we know some of the prizes that are at stake, let's discuss strategy on how to defeat Pegasus when constructing your deck, if you want to at least make your odds the best possible to keep on accumulating more event points and keep getting more chances to get rare and super rare cards from defeating Pegasus. The name of the game, at least in my opinion, is just have a few cards in your deck that will destroy magic cards. So, I mean, I know there's quite a few options for different cards that will allow you to do that. The first card that I use, I run multiple copies of this in my current deck. I would like to run one more just to go up against Pegasus, but I don't have a third one, and that is D-Spell. And if you're not familiar with that, you select one spell card on the field and destroy it. If the selected card is set, pick up and see the card. If it is a spell card, it is destroyed. If a trap card, return it to its original position. So I run 2 of those, and then I also run a copy of Wild Tornado. You select one face-up card in the spell and trap card zones and destroy it. If the controller of the destroyed card can set one spell or trap card from their hand. If this set card is destroyed and sent to the graveyard, select and destroy one face-up card on the field. So this card is fantastic. It's a super rare, really tough to get. But if you have cards like this that allow you to destroy a magic card, a spell card, or any type of face-up card on the field, it is definitely worth having. It'll save you a lot of headache when going up against Pegasus in this event. Because the name of the game is that Pegasus's effect in this event is, I think it's called It's a Toon World. So immediately starts the game with Toon World in the spell and trap zone. So it's already there. So that's why you want to try to get one of these cards in your first hand. Just remove Toon World out of it. And in my opinion, I preferably like to go second if I end up having one of these cards that'll destroy the spell card, because Pegasus will usually end up special summoning 1 or 2 cards onto the field, and some of them are Toon cards, typically Toon Mermaid. So what you end up doing is destroying the spell card, destroying the Toon monsters that Pegasus has already put out on the field, and you're already at an advantage because now you got Toon World out of the picture, and now you got the some of the monsters that were special summoned and that need Toon World on the field out of the picture. Whether it's Toon Goblin Force or if it's Toon Gemini Elf, it's just a great strategy, and as long as you're able to execute that, you should have a much easier time winning the duel. Now, I can't guarantee anything because there's been a few plays where I thought I had it in the bag and just a few things didn't go my way, but that's why I typically like to use Bandit Keith with the effect of the switcheroo Now, what that effect does is it allows you just twice per duel to basically take a card out of your hand that maybe you don't want, put it back in your deck, shuffle it, and draw one more card. And you can only do that once per turn. So if I don't see a D-spell in my hand, at least I got another chance to draw one more card by shuffling one that maybe I got duplicates of in my hand, and I'll just hopefully get better luck the next time I draw. But again, that kind of gives you one of the better chances to execute your strategy, because it seems to be pretty one-dimensional to stop Pegasus's main strategy. And again, that should carry you a long way. Again, that's just my advice. I know there's plenty of other ways to stop stop Pegasus in this event, and I'm sure there's more effective ways too. But again, that's just kind of my basic strategy and my basic guidelines, just to have a lot of success and try and rack up as many points as you can to unlock as much stuff as you need. But yeah, I mean, so far it's been pretty good. I have a pretty high success rate with this one, so that's why I wanted to share that. Moving forward, if you want more tips or more just basic strategies moving forward in Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Links, feel free to just hit me up on @Yu-Gi-Oh! Deck Talk on Twitter. I'll be happy to address some of these other strategies and other events and other stuff going on within Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Links. So with that, any listeners out there, if you wanna play Doug Dimmaduel and a Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Links match, here's my ID. It is 053-453-547. Again, that's 053-453-547. Hope you enjoyed today's episode of Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Links Talk, and we'll see you next time.
Join us on Facebook. Go to facebook.com/Yu-Gi-Oh! Deck Talk. Tell us about the decks you want to see broken down and analyzed. Discuss strategy and new cards. Meet other duelists. It's all on the Yu-Gi-Oh! Deck Talk Facebook page. Like it today.